They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Ball State Cardinals, taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Buckeyes ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Ball State Cardinals offense will have the first crack at it in this one. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the ball comes to rest right there. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will get the ball for the first time. They're led by a sensational signal caller. And Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary. And there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to pick on. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find creative ways to help out this cornerback and use safety coverage over the top, some zone, to try and get him as many doubles as they can. But you can't double cover all game long. This guy's going to be on an island from time to time, and you know that's when the quarterback's going to go after.
And I was about to say, dude, I'm not giving you that opportunity. I'm not putting him on an island. I'm going to use zone coverages. I'm going to try to hide him as much as I can.
Turning on the Jets. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35. He's up to 41 yards rushing. What a way to get this season started. The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Got his man. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title, David.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Looking to get it in. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. They draw 1st blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays. But how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Hold and fire complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D lineman have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Here's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
The Cardinals send out the punt unit. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. And they'll blow it dead around the 30-yard line.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field. And hey, even cause a turnover, that's just great.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Sayin. It's complete. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
Got his man downfield. All out of space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And how many 1st downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. Playing way too many snaps.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Splits the uprights. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. This drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. Really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
What a golden opportunity for this offense, scooping up the ball, and now they've got it inside the 10. To throw, it's Sayin. Big guy smells it, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll run the option. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. And after the punt, that's where they'll mark it, just outside the 30-yard line. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll go to the ground. Shows him the stiff arm. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by a field goal over Colorado State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm.
He's loose. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Taylor wants to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it! And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it, so can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down. The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He leaves it with his back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Got the back over the middle. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Thurman. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Hauls it in. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Buckeyes are flying down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Coming out with it, it's Jackson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Right down the gut of the field. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Back up now, here's 2nd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Thacker. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Quickly complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the 1st half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. Splits the uprights. Good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. From inside the 10, here he comes. He gets a block, and he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Quick strike complete. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He might want another play. Looking to fire. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And that is no good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. To the air on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Cardinals will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the 2nd half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off. But I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Flushed out of the pocket. He had a chance to get rid of it and avoid the loss. Instead, the defense pushes him out of bounds for the loss. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. A low line drive and short kick. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Taylor wants to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. The Cardinals will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Complete to start this drive. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. Every once in a while, you have a dude roll out in the scarlet and gray, and they have a day. Terry Glenn, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Santonio Holmes. This guy might be matching up with him by the end of the day.
Well, the sad thing is I could also name 5 other guys off the top.
Wide open spaces. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Ohio State! A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the gun, the inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off the boot, looking for his man.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll do it himself. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And after that punt, that's where they'll mark it. It'll be just inside the 35-yard line. The Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. To the air, it's Sayin. Makes the grab.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
To the ground with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and the 1st down. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The offense changing the play. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on. Gets it past the marker. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Running to the left. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Taylor wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Durham. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He's going to take off. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Really good start to this drive. They've moved the chains a couple of times. They've created some space. They'll snap it from the 36. Finding open areas.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Back to throw, it's Wimsatt. And his first pass is incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll start this drive going to the air. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Can't get him to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, putting them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cardinals will punt this one away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Power football with the run. There he goes. He gets it to the 38-yard line. Pick up a fresh set of downs. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the option. Nice move there. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't connect on his first throw.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas A&M is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice this week.
Rides to back and leaves it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I know a lot of people were thinking chance this defense could contain one of the best running backs in all of college football, I don't know if anybody thought they would dominate him and completely shut him down the way they have. Negative rushing yards in the game for this guy. You cannot say enough just about how physical this...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And the Cardinals will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. On the ground, it's Peoples. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. So they move the Sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Gives it on the option. Across the 25. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.